Alrighty, welcome back to Random Bird Sounds. That was an awkwardly long pause between that statement and the bird sounds. So, Ace Attorney, the Turnabout Samurai, or Samurai Turnabout, or whatever. We are currently midway through the case and have no idea what's going on. Let's review what we've got. An attorney's badge. Yes, I'm a lawyer. Okay, so an actor named Jack, who plays the character of the evil magistrate on the Samurai TV show, was murdered over there in Studio One at 2:30 p.m. He was stabbed by a spear. Mana says, our co-commentator for this evening, Raumi Arma. Technically, it's Arma Raumi because they use the last name first thing, or I guess the pack name first. But yes. Okay. The spear in question is this one, Samurai Spear. Very heavy, was broken, was mended with duct tape. So, we have a photo of somebody in the steel samurai costume passing this camera where I'm standing right now, this welcome sign. There's a camera on it. At 2 o'clock. Supposedly he's dragging one leg, which our defendant hurt his leg in rehearsals earlier that day. There was a photo taken beforehand, supposedly of a child that was deleted, but we don't know, so it could technically be of anyone. Now, further complicating things, most of the cast was... Here, let's look at our map. So we're here at Gate. Most of the cast was either at the main gate here or the employee area. Murder was here in Studio 1. There were some executives here at Studio 2. But they were apparently trapped by that fallen monkey statue until 4 p.m. So between 2:15 and 4 p.m. However, so this blocked the path to the scene of the crime between 2:15 p.m. and 4 p.m. But this photo was taken at 2 p.m. On the other hand, he's going the wrong way to come from studio number 2. So our defendant says that at the time of his at the time of the murder, he was sleeping in his dressing room. And indeed, when we examined, I can't remember where we found this. It was on a table in the employee area. The label, so that was outside his dressing room. The label reads sleeping pills, which would have allowed somebody to go into his dressing room and steal the steel samurai costume, making it a stolen samurai costume. So, the security guard, Mrs. Oldbag, yes, that's her name, claims that the photo number 1 taken this day was of a child who's been breaking into the studio a lot to watch them make the Steel Samurai. But we don't technically know. So, do I know what her first name is yet? I might, but I have forgotten. I think it's like day 2 of the trial. We've gone through one cycle of trial and gone back for more evidence. We cast suspicion on Miss Oldbag to buy time. Also, hello Adem and hello Shifty. Okay, I think that's about where we are right now. Okay. Let's see. I guess I could show the sleeping pill bottle to some people and see if I get a reaction. So let's start by Studio 2. Oh, wait. Okay, one more thing. Inside Studio 1. Here's the murder scene. And if we take a look... Hello, Green. If we take a look at the scene of the crime, the outline where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed some of it. Okay, so that's important. No bloodstains. And notably, if we go here to outside Studio 2, we find this fence. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous, right? That fence post is bent, and you'll notice that this fence post is about the same shape as the samurai spear blade. So, there's a timeline problem, but it's possible that rather than being killed at Studio 1, Jack was killed here. He fell on that fence post, and then his body was moved to Studio 1, which would explain the lack of bloodstains. However, there's a problem. The time of death was 2:30 p.m., but the path was blocked between 2:15 and 4 p.m. So the fence could just be a red herring. I don't know if that's something that this game likes to do, but we shall see. All right, let's go back to my previous plan of showing people... Oh, there's nobody here right now. Did I miss anything here? Doesn't look like it. Also, nobody has established any motive for killing Jack. So outside Studio 2. Hold on one second. Of note, 2 plates here for lunch. And also, an incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. So, and then bus. So the incinerator could be used to get rid of some sort of evidence. Alright, back outside of Studio 1. Move. And to the main gate. Anybody here? No, there's nobody here. Where is everybody all of a sudden? Okay, let's check out the employee area. Nobody here either. Is the creepy writer still in the dressing room? Yes, he's still here. What if I show you this? I might have done this last time, but I try not to pay much attention to things that don't interest me. Lol. Okay. Yeah, I don't like this guy. He keeps making eyes at Maya. Okay. So he does not react to that. Do I have anything else? Okay, since it's been a while, I'm going to review some of the things he said to me. Security lady told... Oh yeah, and this is Salmonella, by the way, who deserves his name. Run through for an action scene in the morning. Meeting from lunchtime in the Studio 2 trailer. So busy I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch. Okay, so... there were at least 2 people at the Studio 2 trailer besides Salmonella. A T-bone steak, was it? Yeah, sucks. I hate missing out on food. Anyway, it was a meeting from noon until after 4. The producer and some bigwigs from the network. Mr. Hammer's time of death is estimated 2:30 p.m. If he's telling the truth, the meeting gives him an alibi. Okay. Producer... D. Vasquez. That might be a pun, but I don't get it. She's a genius. Scary. Brought these studios back from green construction. She's the one who made it possible to make the Steel Samurai. We had a meeting with her. Together from noon until 4, the whole time. Bigwigs. Who exactly are these bigwigs? The boss over at the network and some sponsors. Also a few production guys. They piled into a limousine and got here right around noon. Okay. Major tension. Were all of them with you the entire time? Yeah, they're all gray-haired geezers. Sounds like they'd be reliable witnesses. Okay. Alright. Okay. I guess I could go to the detention center and run my evidence past my client. Okay, nothing new there. Let's see. What do you know about this? Excuse me, thank you for showing me that, whatever it is. Wish I could... Okay. Do you have anything to say about Studio 2 trailer? No. Sleeping pills. No. What do you say about this photo? Regarding this photograph, yes? This really, truly, absolutely isn't you, right? Right. I was sleeping in my dressing room the whole time, honest. Who else could have worn it? The costume was in your dressing room. Yes, I guess they snuck in and took it while I was asleep. But who? Let's see. So... we know of 2 people who were... So, the dressing room's here. And that's where our client was. We know of 2 people who were in this half of the studio. We had Miss Oldbag here at the main gate, and we had Penny the studio hand around somewhere, probably. Let me see. And somewhere in the studio at the time was the little boy who keeps breaking into the studio to watch. He says he saw the whole thing, but has been unwilling to explain himself. Maybe we can get him to show up in court. Alright, so... nothing here. I'm not sure where to go from here. Anything useful on the computer? No. Outside Studio 1. Hold on. I see. There's a clock and a speaker in the monkey's head. You would usually tell the time by ooking. The clock has stopped at 2:15 now. Okay. This is the path that goes to Studio 2. The mascot's head fell right on the path on the day of the murder. The path was completely blocked between 2 and 4. Bench. I really want to take a break, but we have work to do. Still, it's kind of sad to see so many empty benches. Kind of like if you threw a party and nobody came. It says welcome. They let people in here when they're not filming, right? Nick, let's come here someday. What do you say? Sure, if that security lady lets us in. Trash can, statue. Outside Studio 2. Missing anything outside Studio 2. Big number 2. 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too. Okay, where are the bones? What is with steaks around here? Hey, there's always room for steak. But something does seem out of place. What? I don't know. It just feels odd. There's no bones here. Like, if we go to outside Studio 1, then the main gate, then the employee area. We look over here, the remains of lunch are here as well, because it hasn't been cleaned up since the day of the murder. But these have bones. There's T-bone on one of the plates minus the steak. Oh, also of note, this thing, Will Powers, that looks like it's recent to me. I'm going to guess this is covering up some other text. Alright, let's move back to Studio 2. Slide. Okay. So supposedly the producer and the bigwigs and such, and the director were all here all afternoon until 4. Excuse me, until 4. Trailer door, it's unlocked. Let's see. Ugh. I suppose they could all be lying about being trapped here. Like, if the studio is not doing well, then maybe they could not handle some kind of scandal from somebody getting killed while filming. If we go inside the trailer, we have a big green bottle, we have cups. This is where they had that meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. I see 5 chairs. Let's see. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They got some figures for how much the set cost. I can't believe they spend that much money on those sets. Let's see. Wastebasket, nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. Glass is frosted. I can't see outside. Okay, so nobody... Interesting. Nobody inside could have seen what's going on outside. Or vice versa. It's far into October. The dimming daylight makes it feel like winter's coming. Producer's left. She was here. She is not any longer. Let's see. Ladder. Camera. Lights, backdrop, backpack. Let's see. The chair the director sits in. Megaphone. I have no idea what they're on about with stepladders here. Backdrop for stage. This must be using the Samurai show. Neo Fujiyama. Yes, it's the show is set in. Is it Neo Old Tokyo or Old Neo Tokyo? Neo Old Tokyo. Not sure where else to go. What else to look for? There's nobody here anymore except that jerk of a writer. I guess I could ask him about the monkey's head. What is he even doing in this dressing room? No. The key, no. This is WP, right? Okay. How do you know? Well, look, he's obviously dragging his foot. Oh, right, the director would know about the injury. He was there. Okay. Tell me about the spear. No. No. Okay. Is there anything in the room that I'm missing? So again, the glass is frosted. Or is it? There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. These must be Mr. Power's personal clothes. Oh yes, his name's Will Power. Also, I see that one of the coat racks is empty. Presumably, that's the costume that was used in the murder. Yes, yes, yes. Salmonella ate the snacks. Because I didn't let her eat the snacks later. I've already explored all of these options. Okay, I'm kind of stuck. I'm not sure where to go next. I can't even say, I've gathered all the evidence I can find, time to move on. Well, I can examine this grate, which I took off. The grate that was used to cover the drain. It's a little bent. I don't think it would fit if I tried to put it back on. So that's how the kid keeps getting in here. Talk to WP. I think I've explored all of his options, but I will give it a try. Main gate. Move. Company. No, this is the law offices. Fresh out of clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't even have any promising leads. Things are looking pretty grim. Oh, it's a little early for giving up, don't you think? Huh? You've got one lead. Oh no. Okay, Maya's channeling. Okay, so Maya is a spirit medium. And she's channeling the spirit of her deceased sister, who used to be my partner at law, Mia. What took you so long? Sorry, Phoenix. Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right. Oh, wait. I guess that means we're really in trouble. I'd say so. What did you mean we have one lead? The boy, of course. Yes, but I can't find him. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you losers he has a camera. I don't know. He didn't sound like he was going to help us at all. Sure, you can find some way of bringing him over to your side. Either way, we should go back to the studios. That boy is our last hope, Phoenix. Thanks. Now I'm more worried than I was before. Okay. Oh, there's new stuff here. So what's the best thing to do from here? We need to get to the studio and talk to that boy. I was just at the studio. Do you have any ideas about who might have done this? We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Where have I heard that phrase before? So that's where Maya got it from. Alrighty. Can I show you all this stuff? Showing me that isn't going to do any good. You know what they say, dead men don't tell tales. Sure are talking enough. No, I don't want to check it, I want to show it. Yeah. Okay, I think that's a hint that no, you're not going to get more information from here. 1 second, I just realized that I have I brought a phone in here, and there's a house phone in here, and I need to go put it back on its base. I will be right back. Ugh. Oh, by the way, I meant to do this at the start, but people were still coming. So I got out of my cast early, and I'm now in an elbow brace. So you may have seen me actually using the mouse. That's because I can use my right hand again now. So as far as plans, I think I'm going to finish this case and finish Terra Nil before I go back to my regular stuff. However, there's also some family stuff that I have to deal with over the next couple weeks. So from the 17th to the 31st, I'm going to be away from home and not able to stream. So there's not going to be any streams for that time, unfortunately. Just wanted to get that out there. All right. This is a bit of a guy dang it moment. Because, you know, I knew I needed to talk to the kid, but the kid apparently does not exist until you come here and talk to Mia. Good family stuff or bad family stuff? Not great family stuff, could be much worse family stuff. I will be, okay. We're all going to be okay. Anyway, alright, back to the studio. Actually, let me make sure that Will doesn't have anything else to say first. Mr. Powers is in questioning. Oh well, let's try again another day, Phoenix. Okay. So, Will is not here right now. To the studio. Nope. It's Lady Oldbag. I'm guessing that you have not caught that kid. What's wrong? She's just huffing and puffing. Whippersnapper! She's been chasing that boy this whole time. When I catch him, Sounds like she hasn't had any luck catching him. I got a hostage now, Whippersnapper. Excuse me? A hostage? Okay. What happened to the boy? If I see him again, I'll lay him flat. My, what a violent old lady. Actually, I met with the director just now. Eh? My heart. I don't feel so good. Is she okay? Before I go, I'd like to visit the place where old poor Hammer died. Right, she was saying she wanted to visit the studio where he died. Okay, the hostage. What's this about a hostage? When that boy was running away, he dropped this and ran. He'll come back. For this one. It's kind of hard to understand her with all that huffing and puffing. I'm guessing she got a toy. That hostage might be what we need. Cody might talk to us if we gave him that. Good idea. Mrs. Oldbag, might I? No! Catching that brat if it's the last thing I do. It's sounding like it might well be. Phoenix, do you have anything you might trade with her? Trade, I wonder. What do I have? I don't see anything I have that she would want. Maybe the key. Okay, nothing new now. Let's have a look around. Start by going this way. Nope, it's Cody. Hey! Hey, you! Wait a sec. Phoenix, was that the boy? Yeah, his name's Cody Hackins. Hack in, huh? I think he ran into the dressing room. Okay. Let's go to the dressing room, then. He's sure to be in here somewhere. Oh, found you. Damn it, he's getting away. Come back. There, he's back. How did she... Hey there, would you mind helping us out? Please? Hi, I'm Cody. Hello, Cody. I'm Mia Fey. Nice to meet you. Yo! And I'm Phoenix Wright. Who asked? Phoenix, you can take her from here. I'm not so sure I'm qualified. Okay. Tell me about the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai's so cool. I think he's, the bomb. Oh, that's Phoenix. Ha! What would a lamer like you know about the Steel Samurai? Hey, watch that attitude! Phoenix, you really shouldn't yell like that. He's only a kid. Yeah, don't yell like that. I'm only a kid. Alright, you said you saw the whole thing. Do you know anything about what happened here? Could you tell me, please? I don't know nothing. Looks like a little persuasion's necessary. Maybe a bribe? Okay. Do you have any insight into any of these? No? Boring. How can one person be so lame? If you were a superhero, you'd be lame-o man? Hey, it's the Steel Samurai. Huh? Why is he dragging his foot like that? Where'd you get this, anyway? Okay. Tell me about this spear. The Samurai Spear! That's totally cool. I wish I had one, too. This kid and Maya would get along great. Okay. I could show him my attorney's badge. He's not going to be impressed by that. Nope. Boy. Okay. Back. Alright, let's keep looking around. See if we can get something to trade for the, presumably toy that, old bag has. Work email. Okay, nobody here except the birds. The birds are always here. Ah, I can give her the key to Studio One. The outline were jacked. Right. I've already looked over this stuff. I don't know why it's being marked as fresh. I guess I'll just look at it all. Perfectly normal step ladder. Never actually used one. I don't like heights. I'm a firm believer the human gun was meant to keep both feet on the ground. That's new. Classic director's chair. Surprised they don't have an extra large one for Mr. Manila. Panel for reflecting light. They call it a reflecting board or something. Collection of expensive film equipment. I can't even begin to imagine how much just one of these costs. If we broke one, we'd go bankrupt for sure. Stage backdrop. This is Neo Fujiyama, according to Maya. It's incredibly fake, but I guess the kids don't mind. I guess it's fresh because Mia's with me now. So the Maya's commentary is not going to fire. Light van for moving staff and equipment. In pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine. Incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. Already covered in soot. 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates, including no bones. Nameless flowers bloom in solitude. Is that a line from a poem or something? Ugh. They probably have a proper name. But it is not for me to know. Not now, nor ever till the end of my days. Can we talk about how good the game's music is? I love the Steel Samurai theme. They released a slow blues version. I need a vacation. Doors unlocked. We could probably just walk right in. One closer inspection. This trailer looks like it's been here for a while. Materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting for some time. Might as well be a junkyard. And number 2. Probably because this is Studio 2. Probably, though it doesn't look like anything like a studio. Okay, so here's a question. Where does this door lead? Does it just lead to another building? Or does it lead off of the lot? That seems like kind of an important detail. Ugh. And inside the trailer, posters. Some of these some of these have new information. Samurai Summer, starring Jack Hammer. The poster looks like it's been hanging there for years. This is one of Maya's favorite movies. Maybe we should replace the poster in the office with this one. That would be kind of sad. Another old movie poster. The Singing Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. What do samurai have to sing about? Chopping off heads? It's a samurai musical set in ancient Japan. A samurai musical? Is that even a genre? Well, I'm impressed. You know your stuff, Mia. Oh, Maya's the real fan. I just picked a little up. Okay. Okay, back. Okay. Outside Studio 2. Outside Studio 1. And then to the main gate. Okay. You wanted to see the place where Jack Hammer died. How about a key card? Hey, that's a card. Studio 1? Right, a card key to Studio 1. I can visit poor Hammer. I'd like to visit. He died. Whew. How is his fan? You don't have your own card, Miss Oldbag? Studio 1 isn't my turf. You'll let me borrow it then? If I give her the card key, then I won't be able to get into Studio 1. I don't think I have anything more I need to get from Studio 1 at the moment. So, lend her the card key. Why don't you let her borrow it, Phoenix? I guess it can't hurt. Here you go, Miss Oldbag. Card key lent to Miss Oldbag. Listen to me, Sonny. I don't like having debts to no whippersnappers. You take this and we're even. Deal? Comics. What's this? A Steel Samurai trading card? That sneaky kid dropped it. I figure it's pretty important to him, though. Thank you. I may have a use for this. This must be the hostage he was talking about. Okay. Steel Samurai card added to the court record. Right. I'm off. There she goes, hobbling off towards the studio. Anything I can... Nope. I can't get any records while she's here. But I can talk to Cody, which seems quite important. Why does everybody keep going to Will Power's dressing room? Okay. Okay, first, is there anything else you have to say? No. Here. If I give you this. Cody, this look familiar? Hey! My You are, huh? You are, you know, ultra rare. That card's really hard to get. He's trying to draw his sword at me, but he can't get it out of his sheath. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. I'll give you this, if you help me. But that's my card. By offering me something I already own, you are in effect eschewing the very basis of our consumer society, namely the principles of fair trade. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. What do they teach these kids in school these days? Quantum physics? Whatever, I don't need that card. Huh? I got a double. Just keep it. It's yours. What? After I went through all that trouble? If you want to trade, find me a really rare card. Really rare? You mean there's something rarer than ultra rare? Ultra rare premium cards are way rarer than plain ultra rare cards. Come on! Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. Premium, rare. Why do I feel like we're talking about stakes? But he didn't mention legendary either. Let me see. So, let me try that one more time. See if he has anything else to say. No, this is the same. Really rare card. Okay. Let's see. I mean, it says, random bit of knowledge I have about samurai, although it probably isn't 100% accurate. They usually had some literary knowledge and training. There's an entire genre of poetry called Giselle Noku. The feudal Japan, from which the samurai originate, was kind of obsessed with art. It was kind of crazy, actually, I believe. Poem samurai would write before death, ruminating on their life experience and acceptance of death. Okay. Let's have a wander. Well, let's... No, not the other offices. I wanted to go to the detention center. So Will back? No. Who would have something to a card to trade? Probably Salmonella, if I can find him. Okay, I can't go inside Studio 1, but I can go to outside Studio 2. I can go inside the trailer. Oop. Ah, it's Penny. Oh, hi. Hello, what brings you here? Oh, well, I had to arrange some stuff. Yes? The, girl with you, doesn't she seem a little different? Is she even the same person as before? Nope, she's the same as always. Same as always. Okay, whatever you say. Let's see, what do you have to say? Tell me about the fanboy. Have you seen that boy since then? Nope. You missed it, though. The security lady was chasing around after the boy so fast I thought she'd collapse. Of course, he got away in the end. Boy, was she mad. Actually, we saw them. How's the old windbag doing? She was squeezing donuts through her clenched fist back at the guard station. Some people take their jobs a little too seriously. Tell me about Mr. Hammer. Are the posters on the wall here of Hammer? Yes, it's really a terrible loss for the studios. But his popularity had been waning recently, right? That's true. Then again, after what happened... After what happened? You mean you don't know about Hammer? No. What? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. Tell me what happened. Wait, now you have to tell me. What happened with Hammer? I'm sorry. I'm probably not the one who should tell you. Uh-oh. Why do I get the feeling something's being covered up here? Okay. do you have anything to say about any of this evidence? Okay, not sure what that is. What about this? No. So, you're not responsible for the sleeping pills. What about this? Do you know anything about this? Hey, that's a Steel Samurai trading card. I collect those, actually. I'm one card away from a complete set. A complete set? Yeah, a set of one of each card. Huh. Wait. That's it! That's the card I need! You don't know how long I've been looking for it! I don't care what kind of girl you might think I am. I need that card. But please, I beg you, please trade with me. Trade with you? Yes, trade cards. Look, I'll even trade you an ultra rare premium card. Trade me a... Huh? Yes, it's a good deal for your ultra rare. Please. Phoenix, can't you see she's desperate? What's everybody getting so excited about? Yes, trade it. That's what I need. Okay. Really? Thanks. Then this is for you. ERP card. We've gone from an card to an ERP card, which seems like a downgrade to me, but... Ultra rare premium steel samurai collectible card, very valuable. I'm glad I don't collect cards. It sounds like a huge money sink. Yahoo! And there she goes. Doesn't doing good things like that make you feel great? Yeah, it does. Okay. Anything else here? I can now trade with Cody. I also need someone to tell me about what happened with Hammer. Outside Studio 1. To the main gate. To the employee area. And then to the dressing room. Alright, kid, here's your ERP card. Kenny says, whenever you see something in all caps, it's usually an acronym and things like these. Mana says, oh yeah, I used to collect Magic the Gathering cards despite not really playing the game. Shifty says, let's hope there isn't a bombastic ultra rare premium card. Yes, let's hope. See this card? Yeah, so... Wait, that's it! That's the last ultra rare premium card I need! So stop threatening me with your sword. Come on, give it to me, please. You gotta give it to me. Wow, I've never seen him so eager. Right, okay, how about a trade? You're on! I'll give you a samurai spear and throw in an evil magistrate to boot. No, not that kind of trade. I don't want cards, I want information. Huh? You sure? Fine by me. ERP card given to Cody. Okay, Phoenix, let's hear what he has to say. Mana says, if you're lucky, you can actually make some really good money on magic cards. Okay, if you know something that could help us, we can have him take to the stand tomorrow. Okay. Tell me about everything. No. Let's just check all these. I think I've already shown him some of these. Samurai spear. Already did that. Guide map. Probably don't show the kid the autopsy report. Okay, so he doesn't know about the injury. So, that's useful, I guess. Okay, talk. Tell me about the Steel Samurai. So, you like the Steel Samurai? He's so cool! I guess. You're judging him by his looks. You have to look at his actions, at his life. I'm being lectured on life by a grade schooler. You like him too, don't you? Oh, me? Yeah, I love the Steel Samurai. So tell me what your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai is. I'm going to, say... Will Powers' acting, because I don't actually know anything about, any facts about it, except he's played by Will Powers. Well, never even seen a full episode of that dumb show. Actually, I'm kind of a fan of Will Powers. Whoa, that's totally hardcore. You're calling me hardcore? So what else do you like about him? Don't tell me I have to keep this act up. What's your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai? His kind nature? Right. Come on, think of something. I really like his kind nature. What a guy. Totally. He looks so tough, but inside he's as gentle as a kitten. Yeah. So what else do you like about him? Okay, I need to do all three. I mean, I'm sure he has fighting skills, so gotta think of something. I like it when he vanquishes his foes. Yeah, wazam! Steel Samurai always wins, always. Check this out. It's my fan album. Okay, Samurai Scrapbook. Look at that little rendition of the Steel Samurai. So I'll picture the Steel. I go to every live performance, those stupid publicity stunts where they beat each other up in public. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. Perfect collection. Check it out. My new digital camera. Wow, that's very impressive. The newest model, isn't it? You bet, lady. I just got it for my birthday. My album has a name. Want to hear it? It's The Steel Samurai, The Path to Glory. The Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Hey, if you want this, you can have it, lady. Really? Are you sure? Yeah, I took these with a digital camera. I got all the data at home, so I can always make another one. Well, then I'm happy to accept. Thank you. Okay. Noted. Path to Glory received. What's with people always giving stuff to Mia? What a life. Okay, tell me what happened. You were here on the day of the incident, right? Yeah. Did you see anything unusual? Cody? Cody, he needs to know because he's fighting for justice. Isn't that the Steel Samurai's motto? For great justice? Wait a minute, what is that from? That's an actual motto from something. It gets quoted on the internet. It's, it's the same thing as, all your base belong to us, isn't it? You have to help us fight for great justice, too. I saw everything. Well, we might get some useful information out of him yet. Okay. Let's see. Trading cards. I'm looking at chat. You have to be lucky or have a good eye. Same goes with Pokemon cards. Original print Pokemon cards make a killing, especially when they're the really early prints where the HP numbers were red instead of as they are. Oh yes, how valuable it is for the hit points to be red instead of black or green or whatever they are. Or misprints. He always has a copy at home, provided that no magnets get to the hard drive at least. Yeah, during this area, that would probably be a threat. Yes, Zero Wing, that's right. I know nothing about Zero Wing except the opening cinematic. Cody, I need to ask you something very important. What did you see on the day of the incident? I got there that day around 2 o'clock. Okay, so before the monkey head fell, and before the murder, I had to come in through the woods out back so the old lady wouldn't see me. I got kind of lost, though. I was in there for maybe a half hour or so. Okay, so he arrived just in time for the murder, then. Then I finally got to the studio. After that... What is it, Cody? The Steel Samurai killed the bad guy. He used his samurai spear, just like always. One shot, one kill. Okay, so you're watching from the forest, though. You're not inside of Studio 1. It happened so fast, I got scared. I went home after that. I see. It must have been hard for you. Man, you say those nice things, but it's so obvious you aren't speaking from the heart. Right. Mia? Yes? I think we can say for sure that means the Steel Samurai did it. True enough. The director has an alibi, so it wasn't him. Let's see. Kenny says, wait, if the spear was used, why is it broken and fixed using red duct tape? So the spear was broken during rehearsals earlier, and Penny fixed it using duct tape. Let's see. So the only person left who could have been is Will Powers. I have to admit, it's kind of a shock. But if you put this boy on the witness stand, your client will be guilty for sure. Let's not call him then. I think that would be wise. Best to leave this one alone. Not so fast, pal. Oh, it's Gumshoe. I heard everything. This boy here's a key witness, and he's under police protection starting now. Come on, son. You've got a rendezvous with me down in the precinct. No, I ain't going. Wah! That didn't go so well. We're back to 0 leads. And now we have a serious handicap in court. What are we gonna do, Mia? Well, I really need to be going. Don't worry, Phoenix. I'm sure you'll be fine. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Come to the trial tomorrow, please. I need you there. Phoenix, can I ask you something? Do you really believe that Mr. Powers is innocent? Yeah, so far we have nothing, we have no proof positive that he was there. We have things that disqualify other people, but there's no evidence that he was there. Nothing that irrevocably places him there. And the vial of sleeping pills make me suspect that he was indeed sleeping and drugged. Let's see. Maina says, that's actually a misconception. From what I remember, only some very, very specific models of hard drives can be damaged by regular magnets. Kenny says, disk drives and floppy drives specifically. Now that we have SSDs, that is indeed the case. Remember back during this, the area this was set in, and also during the recent past, before about a decade ago, magnets were a genuine threat to how data was stored. Disk drives are generally fine as well. Okay. I believe. Of course he is. That's all I wanted to hear. Excellent. I'll see you in court then. Great. Thanks, Mia. See you soon. Okay, to be continued. Next, we're in court, I think. Okay, yes, save. Alrighty. Let's proceed. Alrighty, October 19th, 9:42 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Hello, Will. Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix? Your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. There's no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? You have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. Okay. 10 a.m. Did we flip sides on the courtroom? No, we're looking at it differently, I think. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving that they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if it will be that producer. The prosecution calls Mr. Sal Manella to the stand. Or that director. Okay. Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai, noob, Raffle. Sal Manella. I'm the director. Television. Were you at Global Studios the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Let's see. Phoenix. Let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. Okay, testimony. I was at the studios from around 9 o'clock that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. Okay, rehearsal, we know that. So he was there while Will and Jack were rehearsing their action scene. Took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. Time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. According to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. I was at the studios from around 9 o'clock that morning. Okay, let's just press on everything, I think. Is that when you always come to work? Oh, no, I come in at all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. Still, phew, I was pretty busy all that day. Tell us more about that. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. In the employee area? That's right. There was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. Lol. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us 4. Took a lot more time than I thought it would. How much time exactly? Why did it go on so long? I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this. But WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Oh right, that's the limp. Which of course led to me missing my lunch, Roffs. Roffs? I don't know that one. Roffs? Rolling on the floor, starving? And that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. No, not everyone else. There were 2 people, at least, at Trailer 2. What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak. The assistant cooked some up. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on the employee area. Okay, so Penny actually cooked the steak. Which means that she also went over to Trailer 2 and gave them their steak, probably. There's a plate of some bones in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning the witness, did not eat with them. But I had a meeting in Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. Oh wait, okay, go back. Everyone else had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. So in the end, you didn't get to eat? Yeah, no steak at least. Do you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix? Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? So the game's calling this out as odd. I'm not sure what it's getting at, though. It's a little vague, I guess? Actually, there's something bothering me. Mr. Manella, just now you said steak at least. So you ate something other than steak? Yeah, good call. I had some chocolate in my pocket, which I used to stave off starvation. See, is that all? I was sure I was onto something there. I wonder if that stain is from that chocolate. We were in a meeting until around 4. What were you discussing? The Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this, the sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manella, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it? Actually, I kind of can. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting? During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. Okay. The automa... Okay. Looking at chat. Okay, so not only did the auto-mod block it, I can't even see it. I can't unblock it. I suggest sending the link in the Discord. You didn't take a single break? Well, yeah, not a one. Sweats. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. I'll wait for one to come up and hit him with it later. Phoenix? His alibi holds, Powers is finished. Press him as hard as you can to find out why he's lying. Right. Studios from around 9. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. A lot more time than I thought it would. That everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. Let's see. I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. Okay. So clearly some people ate lunch not in the employee area because there were plates. But I don't have anything in the evidence to point to for that. Meeting around 4 p.m. Steel Samurai. Alibi holds. Yes, yes, yes. Ended up skipping lunch. Man, you didn't get to eat. Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? Must have been tough. Okay. It's contradictory. I don't see how it's contradictory, but I'll click that. It does seem odd now that you mention Mr. Benella. What do you want, Sweats? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? No, well, good call, Sweats. I was embarrassed I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspect as much. So when exactly did you eat it? We took 1 break during the meeting. Ah, okay. I, wolfed it down then. A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press him on that one a bit more. Okay, we're in a meeting till around 4 o'clock. No one left their chairs. Press. You didn't take a single break? Well... yeah, not a one, Sweats. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Press harder. Wait a second. Mr. Manella, you just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate a T-bone steak during that break? Oops, Raffle. Well... Mr. Manella, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please. Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing. Okay, the break. Yeah, phew, we took a break, Raffle. But it was only like 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12. Yes, thank you for that. Not enough time for someone to say, commit a murder in Studio 1, lol. Okay, but what if it was committed in Studio 2? That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. Steams. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Okay, the break. Took a break. Raffle. When did you take this break? What time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. Okay. That's the time of the murder. 2:30. That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. But it was only 15 minutes. 15, that's 13 in base 12. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak. What else? There were 2 plates on the table. Oh, right. The other one was Divas. Sorry, D. Vasquez. Okay, Divas. D. Vasquez's plate. D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that's quite a feat. Not enough time for someone to, say, committed murder in Studio 1. Okay. Why is that? Objection! Haven't we heard enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1. Right, because the thing was blocked. Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1? I claim it. I want to claim it loud. No, it's impossible. The path was blocked. I don't want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to get to the studio at that time. Haha. I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again, but I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead was barred the way. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. What? It's over? Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in the Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. I'm not so sure. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. Oh boy. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment the Steel Samurai was skewered the victim. Okay, but he was in costume. Order! I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. Okay. Alright, So Cody saw the stabbing, which was in the forest, but from this thing, not Studio 1. In fact, he could... In fact, if Cody saw it, that definitively places the murder outside of Studio 1, because he could not have possibly gotten into Studio 1. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio One. I thought there was more to it than that. But I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all. Thanks. Sniff. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. All right. 11:15. Gonna drink some water. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Oh, great. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on? Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. Donuts coming in crates? Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness! What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around. Oh, Edgeworth's gonna have fun with this kid. Cody, answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I have a feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident? You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just, Mr. Edgeworth will be fine. I prefer bearded gentlemen myself. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost? So did I, basically. Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. But I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. Better make a note of it in the court record. Ah, good. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court what you saw the day of the incident. Witness testimony. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that the old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way, though, for about 30 minutes. Then I came out by the studio, and there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked, right before my eyes. Out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get in the studio, so I went home. Okay, that definitively means that the murder did not happen in Studio One. Let me see. Maina says, I remember Edgeworth being great in this case. Kenny says, donuts do indeed come in crates. Usually a place where law enforcement and emergency services work. Large numbers of people eat lots of food after all, and pastries are energy dense. Not very nutrient dense, though. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Also, you clearly saw someone in the Steel Samurai costume. So, we still have not placed Will there. But be gentle. Remember you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. Okay. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. Found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that the old lady couldn't catch me. Okay. Let's talk about that. Off the path? Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was. I see. Anyhow, I was going for the studio. Which studio? Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio? Unusual? Did you see this monkey by any chance? Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted. So you went straight to the studio? I got kind of lost on the way for about 30 minutes. Okay, so... Hold on, let me review... Ah, okay, here's something. So... Mr. Monkey's head fell off at 2:15 p.m. And it was not broken when Cody passed by. Cody was then lost for 30 minutes before the murder, which means that either okay, let me see if this what the time is here, which means that either the clock is wrong or the murder happened at least 2:45. Maina says, I need to know where you can buy donut crates for academic purposes. And he says, wholesalers. Okay. Alright. For about 30 minutes. Okay. Chris? You got lost in the woods? Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, I was relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next? When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. Hold on, blue studio doors. Ooh, what color were the doors to Studio 1? There was the Steel Samurai. Okay, keep talking. The Steel Samurai? Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Okay, so he went in, passed through the studio gate, then he opened up the gate and went inside. I see. What then? It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Okay, came out from where? What sort of bad guy was it? A guy? A person? Kind of tall? Skinny? Are you sure it was a guy? I don't know. He was kind of far away. Huh, he's being awfully vague. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! What happened to the bad guy? Huh? Well, he kind of didn't move. Not a bit. Like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor. Yes, I suppose he was. If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Okay. If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time. Really? I guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix, remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once, okay? Map on the internet. studio. Kind of lost on the way. Studio there with the Steel Samurai. Totally rocked. Steel Samurai took him down. If I had my camera. Okay. Steel. Okay, let's just keep asking. You really like the Steel Samurai, huh? Of course I do. I've taped every show. And I go to all the live performances. That's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park? Of course! Duh! My dad always takes me. Poor, poor dad. Found a map on the internet. Okay, tell me about the map. Was that the first time you'd been to the studio? Actually, I've been a couple of times. I never managed to get there on a rehearsal day. And that security lady is always yelling. Right, please continue. Shield, Pops, I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk with you cutting me off all the time? Jeez. Ugh. Went through the woods off the path so the old lady couldn't catch me. Going for the studio. Lost for about 30 minutes. Okay. Got lost in the woods. Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. I was relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. Guess what happened next? Okay. And here was going for the studio. Nothing unusual. Okay, did you see this monkey? Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted. So you went straight to the studio? Got kind of lost on the way. Okay. For 30 minutes. Which means that he had to have seen... Green says he contradicted himself, that he always had his camera. Yes, there's that. I'm just trying to make sure I've got the chronology right as well. Okay, murder was at 2:30. Murder was at 2:30. He was lost for 30 minutes. So, okay, actually, he passed by the monkey at 2. So that's not a contradiction. But... always carries it. Okay, go back. But you're right, that's the thing I should press. Right, my camera. Okay, present. Okay. Wouldn't you have seen the monkey get broken? I think he was lost in the woods. He presumably would have heard it, though. Objection! Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh. Was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you are talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Objection! Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. Okay, that means I'm onto something. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that? So did you have a camera? And did you see this camera? And did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. What I saw. Okay. Yeah, I had my camera with me. But I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules. Let's see. Kenny says, and he's just contradicted the scrapbook, if I'm not mistaken? I'm not sure. Contradicted how? Huh? Is that all? Well, that was brief. Best check and impress him first. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Near as I can tell, the... Okay, hold on. He says that the scrapbook is a victory scene of every battle a Steel Samurai has won. Presumably that was... I was assuming that was live events, but... this would be something that goes in there, okay? So why didn't you use it? He's getting to that. Relax and listen. I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing. But I was glued to the action. Couldn't take my eyes off it. Keep talking. The murder was a live event? I suppose so. So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once? No. Okay, then tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Tell me more. The bad guy attacked him first? Yeah! What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you, a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? I kinda don't remember. Okay, the victim was found in the costume of the evil magistrate. You would remember that. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see. And what happened next? Then the bad guy stopped moving. Okay, keep talking. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. How exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick, and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap. Something like that. I'm still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? Wait and see what happens. Yeah, if I press too hard now, the judge might keep me from continuing. Just sit back and see how the rest of this goes. He's so strong, the Steel Samurai rules. What did you do after the bad guy fell, Cody? Actually, the fight was so intense that I got kind of scared. So I went straight home. Something isn't adding up here. Something about his account doesn't seem right. Phoenix. It doesn't seem right because he's being deliberately vague. Press him on the facts, Phoenix. Find out what he saw. Okay, so... bad guy stopped moving. So, I guess keep pressing. Brought him to justice. How did he do it? Samurai kick, samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap. Something like that. So being vague. Okay. Press him harder, I guess. Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Shifty said, I think this kid might be in denial that he witnessed a murder. Maybe. Yeah? So what? Yet you missed the most important part. Objection! What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. Objection! Objection! They're just yelling objection back and forth now. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight. But you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order, order. Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? That's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Let's see. He couldn't watch it, he was watching something else or show evidence. Let's see. Let me look at the court record. evidence is relevant here? The scrapbook with all the fights? He might have been looking down at the camera, yeah. He couldn't have seen it. Or... wait a minute, didn't he say earlier that the samurai went inside the studio to do it, or did he not? Dang it, I wish I had like a transcript I could review. Ugh. He's not familiar with the camera's controls. Check the camera. I can't check the camera. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna save in case this goes pear-shaped. Okay. He was looking at his camera? Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Because he was looking at his camera? Take that! Here's my proof. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with this operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah, correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero, you know, without taking a photo, and not take a picture. Right. Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. Having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet, so you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera and about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. No photo? Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep. Clearly not. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure. But I'd like to proceed with a cross-examination anyway. Okay. Pop. What happens if I press him on this? Pops? Yeah, I called you Pops, you spiky-haired geezer. Geezer? I'm Mr. Edgeworth, and I'm the bearded... I guess I'm the bearded gentleman. That's what I hate about grown-ups. You're all so self-conscious. Okay, off with the kid gloves. Testify, witness. Testify. Yipes! The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So you did see the beginning of the fight? Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual? Well, I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Moving strangely? So I held up my camera to take a picture. Okay. Press. Why couldn't you take a picture? My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture. I really tried. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. When the lens opened, what did you see? Well, a person on the ground, and the Steel Samurai. That's all that happened. Yep. Okay. That's all? Yeah, I told you I didn't take a picture. I would have once I got the lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Press him hard, I guess. Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's got to be something here I can use. Cody? Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye. How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow. This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody? I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. Okay. Keep talking. You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious? Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that? He's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. Okay. Steel Samurai escaped from clutches. Held on my camera to take a picture. Lens wouldn't open. I missed it. Took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. Now time for the scrapbook? Possibly. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that's what's in the scrapbook. So I guess I'll save. Like, I feel like I should be able to look inside the scrapbook and see, but... Okay. To present the scrapbook. Objection! Cody. What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow with something bad. I just want to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Ah, okay. I forgot that he said that. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Ah! Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order! Mr. Wright, have you got an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait, no way. Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are you sure about this? Did he actually... Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? Let's see. The Steel Samurai didn't win? Okay, yeah, he mentioned that the that the Steel Samurai was on the defensive, I think. So, let's go with this option. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. That's why he's so insistent that he always wins. No way, no! It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever! Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit that what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Oh, order! I will have order. Witness, Cody, is this true? Well, what did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Starts crying. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Crying again. I cannot do an impression of that. Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Also, they were both wearing costumes, so who knows who did what. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? Okay. There was no victim. Steel Samurai was the victim, I guess. And that seems pretty clear. Somebody must have swapped the costumes, I would assume. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer. He was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order! So the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying that the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? Jack was aware of the injury. That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present in the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury. Okay. Perhaps Jack was trying to take over the role of the Steel Samurai from Will. So, was trying to frame him? Because, there's not really anything to stop Jack from being the Steel Samurai, given that it's a completely covering costume. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Mrs. Oldbag said in her testimony. Kenny says it's honestly pretty easy to fake a limp if you know what you're doing. Yeah, and he's a veteran actor. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio One. Nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. Huh? I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick. No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now. Sniff. Here, this is it. Okay. Ah, right. I knew it. That's not Studio One at all. That's Studio 2. Okay. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. Okay. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia? What? Look at that photo once more. Photo is in black and white. Yes. Wait, who makes black and white digital cameras? That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see the photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix. Retro aficionados? This kid's not a retro aficionados. It's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Low light photos? Okay. Find the inconsistency in that photo. There. Take that! Your Honor, look at this. I see. A gate? When I draw your attention to the number on that gate. The number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? Ah! I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. Eh? What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the guard. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in the photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here's the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. Studio 2, obviously. Take that! Here, at Studio 2. You know, where everybody was. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. Let's see. Yeah, the path was blocked. No filming is done there. The trailer is there. Wait, this clears this clears Will, because Will, or does it? Well, the path was blocked, so it couldn't have been in Studio 1. Path to the trailer was blocked, so we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime. Studio 2. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Oh, order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person the security guard Miss Oldbag saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Seal Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a Seal Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. I do. I'm gonna say I do have proof. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised, I'm suddenly much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. It's the empty bottle of sleeping pills. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found it on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Examine Hammer's body, fingerprint the bottle. I mean, we could fingerprint the bottle, yeah. Test Powers' blood. That would also do the sleeping pills. Check the bottle itself. I'll save just in case, because either of these could be the way to go. Fingerprint the bottle. An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprint should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. Glass is really good at picking up and retaining fingerprints. Okay. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hackins' testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The steel samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit the murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. Oh, gee, and I thought you were going to give me something hard. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth, You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor, this trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well, court is adjourned. Okay. Phew! That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Huh, maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Oh, of course, we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks. Sniff. Let's see. Kenny says Glass is really good at picking up and retaining fingerprints. Green says which is why you should wipe down biometric scanners. That would be pretty funny if you were able to bypass security by using a fingerprint left on the scanner itself. Okay. Okay. That was a close one. Huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Huh? Oh, Maya's back. Maya! So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Okay. And what do you have to say? I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and director were both in the trailer. Huh. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Any ideas? Have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP? WP. Powers, right. Okay. Back. Alright. To the detention center, I guess. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Now, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only one day left. Let's make it count. Yes, though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Okay. Alright, tell me about the people. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her that different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came down on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Okay. That's 2 sets of rumors we've heard now that nobody wants to talk about. Director Manella. Can you tell me anything more about Mr. Manella? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sal Manella. And they're all sick of it, too. I hear it's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call. Oh, I can't imagine him jumping. Mr. Hammer. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. I wonder if the producer had something on him. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to the sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I can think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago. Okay. Anything useful to say? No. Have you seen this, Mr. Powers? What's that? I've never seen these Steel Samurais in my life. These are the Steel Samurais that appear at live shows. A fanboy collected all these pictures himself. Seeing things like this really makes me think. I mean so much to these kids, you know? Sniff. Okay, there's nothing for there. Alright. Alright, to the studio, I guess. Let's see if Miss Oldbag is back. Yep, you didn't die! I was a bit worried there for a minute. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think your guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts at the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Phew, she's alive. Okay, talk. Tell me about people. Producer Vasquez. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Okay. Can I ask you about Sal Manella, the director? Sal? He's soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. Tell me about Mr. Hammer. Ah! I heard about what you said today. Cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it, calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Okay, do anything? Miss Oldbag, what do you think of this? Think? I'm not in the mood for thinking, thank you very much. What about this? No. Okay. Let's start by going to the employee area. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Huh? I wonder if there are any other clues lying around. Oh, it's Gumshoe. No, 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 no. No touching. Eek! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean... I almost had a heart attack. I guess I can be a little dramatique at times. I suppose the actor in me. Dramatique, indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Let's see. Talk about the plate. So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave some testing solution. This reacts to those sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, all right. So the food on the plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Steak plate added to the court record. Okay. Tell me about the investigation. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. Why is that? How's Edgeworth doing, anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with a hot coffee in it. Ow. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. I guess he's being edgy. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups, bottles. Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. Drink some water. So that means... Yep, sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Sleeping pill bottle added to the court record. Okay. You have anything interesting to say about anything? I'm guessing I know as much about that as you do, pal, i.e. nothing. Anything useful? Okay. It's looking like Will Powers was drugged. I'm gonna go back to the precinct and do some more detailed tests. You're being very free with your information today, Detective. Well, don't go telling anyone of this, pal. But I was kind of impressed at today's trial, too. Most lawyers would have given up after that director's testimony. I think if it had been anyone but you up there, Will Powers would be done for by now. Okay. Do you have anything else to say about that? Detective, about that bottle. No, that? Talk about embarrassing, pal. I can't believe I missed that on my first sweep for evidence. Don't know how I can apologize to Mr. Edgeworth. Must be tough being a detective with all that responsibility. Oh, blush. Okay. Thanks, Gumshoe. Okay. Anything new to examine around here? That grate's still lying there? Ah, they've seen wisdom at last. They know if they fix it, I'd just kick it off again. That poor assistant. Half-finished backdrop for stage. Looks like a castle, probably Neo Old Tokyo Castle. Electric-powered bicycles. This is what put me in a cast. Alrighty. Must be the storage room where they keep all the film equipment. Sign on the dressing room. Door to the dressing room is not locked. Kenny says, not really Phoenix. Most people ride bikes to get places. E-bikes make it faster. Pretty much, yes. Although in my case, I paid for it because I didn't keep up with maintenance. All right, to the dressing room. Anybody here today? Nope, it's Penny. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. What? No! Yes, the bike broke under me. Specifically, the seat post had been bending over the past few months, and it broke while I was riding it at about somewhere between 17 and 20 miles per hour, I think. Dislocated my right elbow. Fortunately, it happened in front of the hospital, so there's that. So I didn't have to deal with a giant ambulance bill. I have no idea how much they're going to charge me for all this, by the way. I have not gotten bills and insurance and stuff. Fortunately, I have employer insurance now, so hopefully it should be manageable. But yes, it was not fun. Okay, talk. Mr. Hammer. I was wondering if I could ask about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too. It's now the Stole Samurai costume. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true, then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. By any chance, might it have something to do with that fence? After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. Film set? Was that trailer part of the film set, then? Tell me about the last episode. What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signaled the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No, no! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids' shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Interesting. Let's see. Maina says, tip for medical bills. From what I remember, if you make under a certain amount of money per year at specific hospitals, it's possible for you to disregard a portion of your bill not paid by insurance, and the hospital can write it off on tax. I don't remember the clause here. Please research. Yeah, I don't know if that'll apply to me. I have a semi-decent salary now. We shall see, I suppose. Okay. Studio policy. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken, for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. I guess... fan?
Take that!
Grab take that. And this is... A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love their Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, producer Miss Vasquez managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks, I'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Okay, thank you, Penny. Do you have anything to say about... anything? Sorry, I'm not sure what to make of that. You made that mistake. What's that? An empty bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. Now I'm really confused. Kenny says, and so hiding the past comes right back around to bite them once more. Yes. Can you tell me about this? No. Okay. Alright, thank you, Penny. Employee area. Let's go to the main gate. Old Bag is here. What, you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their damnedest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance? Okay, I'll come back to you. Let's go outside Studio 1. Anything here? Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him? Like the director or the producer? Let's see. Anything new? Mascot of Global Studios. Apparently his name is Mr. Monkey. I'm pretty sure I've examined that before. It says welcome. They let people... Okay, yes, we already did that. If Miss Oldbag lets us in. Bench again. I'm bushed. Maybe I'll sit down here for a bit. This is exactly why I don't want to get old ever. Hey, I'm still young. I'm just tired. Nick, when you have to start having to say I'm still young, you know it's all over. But I am still young. He's like 30, 35, I think. Okay. I can't get to Studio 1, but it's actually sort of irrelevant, so... Oh, it's Vasquez. Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hello? H-E-L-L-O. Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Tell me about Mr. Hammer. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. Not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh, dear. None of these. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My fey blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Oh, dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila. You must talk about that man. Perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer? By yourselves? Oh dear. Oh, no. She's not even looking. Okay, hey, you look. You look. Why are you showing that to me, Nick? Okay, what about the scrapbook? Not even looking. No, nothing much here. Let's look around. Light van, they kept it in pretty good shape. Let's go for a drive. Right. Look, I have this. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick? I don't have a driver's license either. I don't like driving. And now I paid for it. Then again, I suppose if I drove, I might have paid for it in some other way. Incinerator, already covered in soot. Ah, I bet that's what happened to the Steel Samurai costume. Big number 2. So this is the number in Cody's photograph. And I think if he hadn't brought that photograph in... Don't get all teary-eyed yet. Okay. There's some flowers here. Okay. Yeah, fence looks dangerous. I'm guessing that's the accident in question. This trailer looks like it's been here for a while. Okay. Materials for making movie sets. Okay. Nope. Let's go into the trailer. Is Sal there by any chance? Not that I want to talk to Sal, but... Wasn't the assistant cleaning up here yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. It looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They got some figures on how much the set costs. Glass is frosted. Where they have that meeting? Documents and paper cups. Nothing in there that could be a clue. Old movie poster. Samurai Summer. This is quite old. Summer Romance. The Samurai on a Horse. Singing Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. Ninja Ballet. I want to see Ninja Ballet. I mean, I imagine the problem with that is that when ninjas do ballet, it's probably too stealthy to see. And he says driving's far more dangerous than biking. Yeah, probably. Alrighty. Let's talk to Miss Oldbag. Is her name Ima by any chance? Okay, studio main gate. Okay, tell me about 5 years ago. Mostly because of high-speed collisions. Yeah. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols. Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during the filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that. And the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun. No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I mean, yes, I do have proof. Sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume with this bottle of sleeping pills. Here, take that. Here's my proof. What? What's the little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure Miss Old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers? There's traces in the dish. Oh yeah, that's right. It's Wendy Oldbag, aka Windy Oldbag. Okay. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I see. Poor, poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see. Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag. You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand. Poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? Okay. Yeah, that's where it happened. Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with a guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. 5-year-old photograph added to the court record. Okay. Ugh. Let's see. So... How does this change things? Was he trying to kill Vasquez? Was he trying to prove that he could be a star again? What was going on here? Okay, thank you. What else is there to find? Detective Gumshoe must have left by now. He's probably thinking about what to do in tomorrow's trial. I bet Edgeworth is pretty angry with him. Whatever it is, it's got a connection to Vasquez. Entirely possible. Let's see. Green sticking to his theory. Remains of the employees' lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. She is in that picture. Okay. Anyone in the dressing room? The assistant must have gone off somewhere. That stuff about Mr. Hammer must have come to a shock to her. Anything new? Who better to ask than an eyewitness? You mean go talk to Vasquez? Sure. WP can come pick it up himself soon. Soon. There's a box for snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. It's completely empty. I can feel Maya's eyes burning into the back of my neck. Array of cosmetics. This wig used in the Samurai Boogie Woogie. You remembered, Nick. Thanks to you. They always have mirrors like this in our dressing rooms. I always check my hairdo. Not quite as spiky as usual, I see. There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. Must be his own clothes. Locked. Kind of dusty outside. Someone's sleeping here. I can be pretty sure WP did take a nap here, like he said. I'm not sure being drugged counts as taking a nap. Okay. Okay. Move to the employee area. Move to the main gate. Move to the to outside studio 1. Move to outside studio 2. All right then. Hold on. Any option to talk? No, I have to presumably show you this photo. And hopefully not get attacked by the Mafia. Or the Yakuza. No, stop. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Are you threatening me? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. I don't know if I want to go in there with her. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids' shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But... you were the cause. You pressured him. I think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Well, where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. That's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now. What? This is valuable evidence! Boys? Oh boy. I should not have stepped in here alone. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow. The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should G. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. Oh boy. No! Great. The Mafia. Oh, hold it right there! I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Okay. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? V. Vasquez. To be continued. Alright. Yes, save progress. And then I'm going to take a quick bio break. So, I will be right back. Alrighty, I return. Let's see, I've got some chat to catch up on. Okay. Mana says, for when Yellow comes back, I mentioned a while ago that streaming services were making piracy the literally only option for ownership of media, since ripping Blu-rays isn't a foolproof process and physical media isn't guaranteed. Cartoon Network just got pulled offline completely. There are many series that never got physical releases. Cartoon Network now redirects to HBO Max. Some cars have subscription service heated seats. Yep. And sunroofs. Yeah, I heard about it. Usually it just attracts mockery. Kenny thinks we're about peak subscription model. Maina's not sure we're quite there yet. Hopefully we've already hit peak. All right, so let's get back to the game. Okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. It claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer at Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Oh boy. I'm gonna get to see her flustered face, because we're definitely gonna cross-examine her and poke holes in her story. Okay, Maya says she did it. We're right. She's guilty. I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Okay, the day of the murder. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp. It ended at 4 o'clock. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. What do you mean, had Sal take you? At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. Hold on. So, isn't the road still partially blocked? You can get by on foot, but could you get there by a van? I thought it might be risky to walk, so what with that monkey's head toppling over? Van added to the court record. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. The day of the murder. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. Okay. Press. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp and ended at 4. Okay. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4 o'clock and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, right. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. And what were you doing at that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. It was a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Kenny says that is a professional testimony deliverance. Exactly answer the question and nothing more. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. She committed murder during that break. She wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? I kind of wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said, somewhere. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 and at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. Fatigued, so I had Sal take me. 2:30. There were no bones, no. Took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Ate T-bone steaks at the table in front of the trailer. Do I have anything about those? No, I just have the one in the employee area. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna try pressing on the van. Let me save, though, in case this is... Like, I feel like I have to save Scum, because you never know entirely exactly what angle it's gonna take when you present a piece of evidence. Okay. Fatigue, so I had Sal take me. Okay. Wait a minute, hold on. There's to be a rehearsal, so we went to studio... Okay, no, took the van to, not from. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. What evidence do I have? I have the van. I have a steak plate. Well, I just saved, so... Let's try pointing out the bones. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will. Ms. Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Wait a minute, she said that Sal ate a steak with... No. He recanted that later. Yet here, there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate a boneless steak? You ate the bone too? You didn't eat the steak. You ate the bone too. You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. Is that why, Sal changed his story? You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. I see. And what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Eating the steels and picking on salmonella. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order. Are you saying... Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. I don't know about your own hands, but she has goons. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous?
Objection!
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? Let's see. Court record. Shaft has been mended with duct tape. The fence posts look awfully like spear points, yes. But that is consistent with this photograph. Now, she might have done it again as some sort of dramatic irony. But it's not definitive. But it was broken. So I can say, I think you could, you couldn't, could you? Or I don't know. Yes, it is broken. She could have used the point of the spear and repaired it afterwards, but the spear was broken during rehearsal. She couldn't because nobody could? Yeah, that's true. Duct tape is probably not, probably not enough to, turn that spear into an actual weapon. Okay. I don't remember if I already saved for this one, so let's write the selected... Okay. Now, I don't have an alternative... I can't point to the fence, but... You couldn't, could you? I think you would have had a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha. You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Well, I can show the spear. It has duct tape.
Take that!
I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this, through the chest? Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was? How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? Yeah, the fence. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? Yes. I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. That will be the fence. Oh yeah, I need to actually hit present, not check. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Oh, order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. It was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying... Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? I mean, you have a squad of goons at your beck and call. You showed them to me. The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? Let's see. I bet she could move it. She couldn't deal with it. She had another way. That other way would be the goons. Oh yeah, they do have a van. Okay, that's a good... Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Thank you for reminding me of the van. I had forgotten. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? I mean, he does seem to do whatever she asks him to. Of course, Sal Manella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the steel samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun. I win? Oh boy. So what happens next? Don't question me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez, so it was you. You killed Jack Hammer. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits, and the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right? But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? What? Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts. Now they need decisive proof. They didn't seem to be too hung up on that when we thought that Will Powers did it. Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? Let's see. Testify again. Sure, testify again. I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. Waste of time. Damn. Come so far, only to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Oh. Thank you, Edgeworth. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. I mean, you might change your story. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Mr. Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, Indeed. Verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth... Who knows? Because Edgeworth is a prosecutor, but he's also... and he'll do a lot to win, but he also believes in the law. You probably realized she did it too. But wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that, Edgeworth. Okay, after finding the body. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. Wait a minute! Wait a minute. No, Sal... Okay, Oldbag was not there, because she made a big deal about going to visit. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need to twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. Okay. Press. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 p.m. for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manila arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Press harder. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put hammers in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. But boy! The witness will continue her testimony. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. Okay. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember. Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm? You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Okay, so I can press on all of these. I'll hold off. She'd just blow off anything I had to say anyway. Okay, I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. Okay, keep talking about that. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Silence. Hey, Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. Security lady Oldbag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers and saying he did it. Oldbag, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going toward the studio. Right, the Steel Samurai. Okay. I'll hold back, I think. I'm sure she's already anticipating anything I could throw at her. Okay, asked to be left out of the proceedings. Okay, why? No, wait. Asked to be left out of the proceedings. Ugh. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you. Or covered it up for you. Must have been a lot riding on with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. Okay. Went back to the trailer to get script and direction notes. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Then I went home.
Hold it!
Okay. So you weren't questioned? That's correct. I find these things distasteful. Thinking back to when we first began this trial, we were under the impression that there was no one in the trailer at all, I suppose. Why is that? Well, we were in a meeting the whole afternoon. What's the point of talking about that to the police? Kenny says, wait, why would they both head home? Question. But also, there's the fact that the van was still there, and as far as I know, there is no, there's no photo of her leaving. What's the point of talking about that to the police? She has got to be the least guilty person I've ever met. I'll have to find something to peg this on her here, or everything we've done up till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. Okay. What weapons, things do I have? Okay, I got the van again. We don't have a photo of her arriving either. Restaurant Power's departure. I don't think it. Where does it say that Power is left?
Hold it!
So I'm going to the studio, right? Steel Samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. Has to be left out. I repressed that. Did I repress this? Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder, after all. That doesn't make sense. You didn't know that when you came into the studio. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Very well. Ms. Vasquez, please continue.
Objection!
Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Ms. Vasquez, she says she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. You know you're in trouble when both the defense and the prosecutor come after you. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them both behind. Let's see. Okay, she was not at the rehearsal. At the practice run. Sal was. He could conceivably have told her. Let's see. Let's keep pressing. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal the director. Oh yeah, that's right. Hammer wasn't injured. Will was. I have to find something to peg this on her here, or everything we've done till now would have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. Okay, hold on. Sound old bag, the security lady. Hammer was injured. Okay, you're right. It wasn't Hammer. It was Will. Okay. Okay. Now how do I bring that up? This is a problem with this game. I have a point to bring up. I'm not sure how to bring it up. And why was... Hold on. Why was Jack faking the injury in the first place? I could present the photo, yes. Ugh. Okay. That seems a little bit of a stretch, so I'm gonna save. Ugh. Just in case. I don't have a photo of the injury. Just Powers's quote photo, question mark photo. Okay. That's the best I've got, so... You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Wanted to murder her and pin on Powers? Maybe. Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. Well, that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. We saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. Okay, yeah, you saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah. And when was he doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order! Order! I will have order. Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Irk. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Let me see. So, if he was going to confront her, then, that would mean that he is no longer under her thumb. He wants out from under her thumb. And she would be exposed to that photo. Like, Old Bag was a fan of his. If he asked for that photo and sent it to the paparazzi, to everyone, then she would hand it over. Freedom's a powerful motivator almost as much as control. Yeah. Okay, of course I can prove it. Okay, I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. It's this 5-year-old photo. She went to great lengths to cover it up. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom, his guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, in Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. Okay. She had no motive. Okay. What is the evidence that applies here? Reveal evidence or she had no motive. She wouldn't, he would. The camera shows that, hold on, where is that picture? Okay, it's not, hold on. She doesn't want to get rid of him. That's motive against offing him. Yes, but he confronted her, it seems. That's what Cody's testimony suggests. Yeah, save. Let's see. What is my evidence? He confronted her because he wanted his freedom, and freedom's a powerful motivator, right? But what do I point to? What do I point to communicate that? That's the problem with this game, is that you have to sort of guess what line of questioning is going, what piece of evidence is going to bring up the line of questioning you're going to follow. Camera. Okay, let's try the camera. Okay, allow me to present to the court evidence proving Miss Vasquez's motive. Steal samurai photo here? Okay, yeah, that's a good angle for this. This is my proof. And this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer. I'd say it all proves that the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles. Mr. Wright, the court requests that you find your marbles immediately. And I'm afraid I have to penalize you for this waste of the court's time. Come on! Nick, we're so close. Think this one through, please. Mr. Wright, I'll ask you again. Please explain Miss Vasquez's... Okay. Let's try the camera. Okay. Okay. This is my proof. And, okay. No. That is... I have something to, to do. It's just not clear which of these things will lead to it. Okay, let's go back. Okay. Oh, I could just say she had no motive. Right, like Green said. Okay. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. So, you did it, didn't you? You did do it, didn't you? Yes, I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel? Oh, that's back then. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No, how could this... It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel. Don't touch him, Mr. Vasquez. No. Okay. Please don't die. Please. Okay. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. And now he's there. That is all. This court is adjourned. Okay. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? I'm going to guess... Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because of the scrapbook. Because he saw you getting attention from people, and he was resentful of what he had lost.
Take that!
Take that. Because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai. Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show, and as a villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. Congratulations, WP! Oh! Thanks to you, I'll be able to do the Steel Samurai outfit. Don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Yeah, it's being canceled. Huh? Is something wrong? No, of course not. Ah! Nick, Edgeworth. He does not look happy about what he's about to say. Say something, Wright. I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Sniff. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. I mean, you're a prosecutor, I'm a defender. I don't think I can promise that. Mr. Wright, was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing the accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Oh yes, that's right, the Pink Princess. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? You have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? Wait, what? WP is the Pink Princess? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. The end. Alrighty. Turnabout Goodbyes. A brand new episode has been added. Oop, no, I don't want to start this yet. No, fine. I didn't mean to start that yet. Fine, we can have a little preview. Oh boy. It's been, what, 15 years? About that, yes. 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered? But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. What? Merry Christmas. Oh, is Edgeworth going to be the defendant on this one? December 25th, 10 a.m., Wright & Company Law Offices. Hey, Nick. Do you know if there are any good waterfalls around here? Waterfalls? Dare I ask why? Duh, Nick, isn't it obvious? I need a waterfall to stand under, preferably a freezing one. Oh, is that part of your spirit medium training? Of course, except I've been slacking off lately. I need to brave the elements and be forged anew under the rushing spring waters. Okay. I don't know about any falls per se, but the Gourd Lake is pretty close. Oh, darn. Sorry, but them's the breaks. Couldn't you just take a cold shower or something? Good idea. So much for rushing spring waters. Next in the news, A large unidentified animal was sighted in Gourd Lake. The town is buzzing with excitement. Locals are calling it Gordy, to tip the hat to Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. Though its namesake, Nessie, proven to be a hoax, locals are confident that their Gordy is the real deal. Boring. Can't they show us real news for a change? Nick? The water pressure's kind of low in that shower. You want more pressure, huh? Why don't you go down to the fire department and have them spray you with a hose? Good idea, Nick! Apparently, Fey blood is no aid in detecting sarcasm. We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Strange occurrences continue at Gourd Lake, but this time it's murder. Gourd Lake again? The body of a man was found in the lake early this morning. A suspect was apprehended. Sources inside the police department revealed that the suspect's name is Miles Edgeworth, age 24. Edgeworth was an up-and-coming prosecutor known for his skill and connections. He was guaranteed a long and rewarding career. Has he thrown it all away? Huh? Edgeworth? What's going on? Edgeworth would never do something like... Nick? Yipes! Maya! The fireman yelled at me when I called him. We've got bigger things to worry about than that. They arrested Edgeworth. What, you mean the prosecutor? Yeah, he's a suspect in a murder. What? When? Where? Who? Why? How? I don't know. Let's go find out, Nick. Okay. So the next case, we're defending Edgeworth. Great. But we've been going for 4 hours. Almost. And it is almost 11 p.m., so I'm going to have to wrap up here. Alright, so let's talk schedule. Let me see. So, as I said before, well, Sunday is going to be normal. I'm going to play Terra Nil on Sunday at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. And then I'll play something at on the 16th, Friday, at 6:30 to 7. Whether we want to continue Ace Attorney or go back to Bannerlord is it's kind of an open question. There's a lot of people seem to be interested in Ace Attorney right now. Maybe I'll put it to a vote. However, after next Friday, so from the 17th to the 31st, I am going to be away from home, away from my streaming rig, etc. So there will not be any streams. So if we start this case, it's probably going to be like a 3-week cliffhanger. In fact, it'll probably be a 4-week cliffhanger because I won't. The first Friday stream is the 6th, so we'll figure out what we actually want to do there. But yes, first, so the next stream after Sunday will be September 6th, unless I manage to get my streaming rig to come with me, which I suppose might be possible. Think it's something I can do in one stream? Maybe. I think Bannerlord, just to not have that bad war, was I? I'm sorry, Green, I don't understand. Anyway, we can talk more about it on the Discord. For now, I will wrap up. So, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!